Is it that time already?
I'm afraid it is, Ronald.
Oh my gosh.
We do this every week. It's not. It shouldn't be unexpected to you.
Have we done this before?
I think we have. We have.
Okay.
I'm not sure I've seen the delay in this before, but so be it.
Hey, we are on.
Okay, good. Glad to hear it. I'm going to refresh my screen over here. Where the hell is it? 517, 524, refresh. So, by the way, please be seated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. Welcome to the show. Glad that you're here. Big show is planned for you today. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
All right. I don't know what that was.
That was our dishwasher. It wasn't my stomach gurgling. It's the dishwasher.
All right. Gotcha.
Which is here on the highway behind me.
The highway to Las Vegas?
Yes.
Las Vegas? No, that's not what I want. I want this. Videos.
Yeah.
And there we go.
All
okay,
right.
so go into the live chat before. Anon is first.
And then Vicky.
Whoops.
Anon. Sasha.
And then Vicky. And Jason, good morning, gentlemen. Sledneck says howdy. Rick Clemenson says good morning all. Kurt Hensley is here. Tisha is here. I will tell you that Matt McGrew is not going to be with us today. He's helping a friend this morning.
Oh, Matt's a good guy.
Jason says I'm looking like I'm out of this world.
Sure.
Sledneck, oh, this is hilarious. This is a throwback joke. Forgive us, Father, for we have sinned. Please delete all search history of the word nugget. Do you know that people still talk about that at my work?
It was quite the phenomenon.
Good morning, Jim Black. And Rave Rider says hello. Good morning to all of you, and thank you for joining us for Mass this morning. Doing all that stuff for you. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to hum through this and see if we can bring this son of a bitch home before 1 hour.
That would be unbelievable.
I think so, too. I've got chores I got to do this morning.
Boy, me too.
So today is May the 24th, 2020, and in some areas of the country, lockdown has been lifted. In others, not so much.
Yep. It's we're in phase 2 here in Sacramento County, which means that dine-in restaurants can now have people inside, but you have to have your 6 foot, social distancing. The employees have to wear masks, I believe.
Have you been to a restaurant yet?
We've not. We did a couple of pickups. When we picked up our car at Rich's shop the other day, we stopped at Arby's on the way home and got some Arby's sandwiches. But yeah, we've not been inside a restaurant yet, and I'm kind of dying to be. I miss all that.
Otis Magoo says he's getting flashbacks from my microphone.
It is. It's it's kind of cosmic on your microphone.
Yes, it's a space mic.
Yes. Oh, is that a thing?
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Don't Google that either.
Blaze Looker says it's search season. It's interesting because we're not hearing a whole lot of Fen news right now, and you would think that everybody'd be chatting about it.
So somebody in an email chain that I'm a part of says it's snowing in Yellowstone right now.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, and that's their search area is Yellowstone, or just outside Yellowstone, and it's snowing. Yep. I'm wondering what the weather's like in Jellystone Park because I'm worried about Yogi.
Hey, boo-boo.
Hey, boo-boo. Let's get a picnic basket.
Well, for those of you who are close or in the snowy area, we should let you know that tomorrow, being Memorial Day, our temperatures are forecast to be 100.
Yeah.
Then 105, then 107, then 100, and then 88.
Yeah.
That's the
And
Sacramento
then
weather forecast.
I saw in the news last night on Friday, we could have rain again.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel bad for the mosquitoes.
In the same week, it's going to be over 100 and then possible rain.
Man.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Yeah.
How, Ronnie, you work at, let's just say Folsom Lake.
Correct.
And how is the water level in and around there?
It's low, but it's not, I've seen way lower. It's below, it's still possible to boat. Usually if the water gets too low, they lower the speed limit on the whole lake to 5 miles per hour. They've not done that. So it's still high enough to boat, water ski. The fishing is good because nobody's been out there fishing for the last 2 months. So it's looking pretty good.
Terrific. I'd love to do some fishing out there this year.
Oh boy.
Love the fishing. Yeah. So, before we get into this, by the way, the first thing that we're going to do today right out of the gate is going to be our Mantasy draft. And I think this one could be kind of fun. We're going to choose Crayola crayon colors out of the 64 crayon box.
I got a couple of winners.
I don't think so. Not only do I have 3 winners, but I also know what you're going to throw today. And you don't even know, but I know.
I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I might throw this because they did that on that's the Spock Live Long and Prosper thing.
Right.
I think they did that on Big Bang Theory. And I think that trumps everything. I'm not sure. So
yeah. That's where Sheldon goes through the list of what beats what, right? I've seen that episode, yeah. And Spock trumps all.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Well, again, before we get to that, and you can send in your Crayola crayon colors, remember, this is the 64 count box. And
yes.
We had to put some kind of limits.
I still have I have an opening in my list, so I will be taking suggestions.
Kurt Hensley says, did someone say crayons? Yes.
Crayons.
Mm-hmm.
Crayola crayons.
Not Klingons.
Not them cheap ones you get at the restaurant.
Right.
Those are mostly wax.
Yeah. All right, so it is Memorial Day weekend, and I have one pet peeve about this weekend, and it's about Cray Lambert's trying to join us. He's wondering how he gets into the live chat. I'm not sure.
I think if he just opens up the link there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cray, let us know when you figure it out so that we know that you're there, okay?
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in. Cray is a longtime listener of the radio show, and we're finding that a lot of people, including Randy Brazil.
Yeah. He's a crossover.
Oh, you know what? They're saying that my mouth doesn't match the words that I'm saying. It's a little delayed. And I don't know why that is, Ronnie. Yours is perfect.
There is a little bit of a delay on the Zoom.
I don't know why that is.
It's about like half a second. My TV does that sometimes, and it does nut me up just a little bit. So I'm not going to be able to look at you while we're doing this.
Steve Klein says it's kind of like one of those kung fu movies.
Which is way better than the Kung Flu movies.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to bother me throughout the whole show if that's the case. And I have no idea why it is.
I'll just roll with it.
Yeah, but
everything else is working well. So don't try to make any adjustments. Don't touch anything.
All right, fine. I apologize to all of you if my mouth is moving before the words are coming out. There's nothing I can do. Tisha
Usually
says,
it's the other way around. The words come out and then he thinks about it and his mouth starts moving. So this is a pleasant surprise.
Sledneck says Lou just talks faster than his mouth moves. It's true. Okay, so back to the pet peeve here. Let's get to the content of the show.
Yes.
look, one of my pet peeves about Memorial Day weekend is this: when people say Happy Memorial Day, it isn't a happy celebration weekend.
No.
And while many are barbecuing and having outdoor activities with a limited amount of people, less than 10, and wearing masks and such, you got to remember that this is a holiday for our service people who have paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives, and we remember them for defending our country and our freedom. And it's not one that you want to say Happy Memorial Day. So please, and you know what? I know our audience is much smarter than that.
Yeah.
And this is probably just a reminder for you, but in the event that you are thinking about it, I actually made that mistake several years back with my neighbor who is now a retired serviceman. And boy, he was quick to correct me.
I mean, as he probably should.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was an honest mistake, and it's hard not to say happy something or other, happy whatever day it is, but definitely Memorial Day is more of a solemn,
It is,
holiday.
And
so
I always encourage people to fly their flags. Jack says, "Morning, fellas."
Hey, Jack.
Hey, buddy. Jack squared. So please, let's not wish people Happy Memorial Day, although it's a 3-day weekend and we're all happy about that. The circumstances which surround this are not that way. So
yeah.
Okay, so let's get to our Mantasy draft today. Oh, I wonder how this is going to affect how we throw our... Okay. All right. Ronnie, we're doing Crayola crayon colors that come in the 64 pack.
Okay. I got to get my list up.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I got to get mine up as well. Okay. Somebody just said, what was that? Somebody just said,
my dog ate my flag.
Okay.
My dog ate my homework.
Yeah. All right. Let me get to my notes here. Okay. And there it is. All right, Ronnie. So without further ado, let's do rock, paper, scissors, which we'll do with our eyes closed. And then
wait a minute.
What?
We have a complete, this is crazy. Jack Jet says he voted twice for Lou last week. That's what put you over the top. Okay. There's a scandal.
That is a scandal, Ronnie.
There's a scandal.
Don't
tell me we're going to have to do voter registration.
Yeah, you can't mail in your ballot. Okay.
Jack, you're on timeout from voting this week.
Wow, Ronnie, you're really aggressive today, aren't you?
I'm making the call. The call. Jack, you're out.
Okay, so you know what? You have been suspended for one game. No pay.
Okay.
All right, Ronnie. Let me see. Get my hands up here like this. Okay, now we got to remember to close our eyes. And okay, I know what you're going to throw. I know what it is. I'm going to write. No, I don't have a pen. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Close your eyes. Yep. And 1, 2, 3. I knew it.
Oh!
I knew you were going to throw scissors. See, I can't explain it, but I just know.
I didn't even know up until the point, right until the split second.
That's the fascinating thing about that. I knew what was in your subconscious.
Dang.
I figured it out this morning. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to defer. I'm going to let you go first, Ronnie, because I want the 2 picks this time.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think that probably is a good move.
Okay. So first round, first pick goes to Ronald McDonald.
And I'm going to go with, and I like this color because I like saying it.
Okay.
Periwinkle.
Damn you.
Periwinkle.
That was on my list.
Yep. I like that.
All right.
And I also like the color. It's kind of a
blue,
light purpley blue. Yeah, it's kind of a, it's and it's color of a flower. There's also a flower called periwinkle. And it's also the color of a paint color on a Ford that I've seen that I absolutely love.
Huh. Okay, so for my first pick in the first round, which will be the second pick, I am going to go with magenta.
Magenta. Ooh, yeah. Magenta.
Okay.
So.
And my second pick, which will be the first pick in the second round, I am going to go with Granny Smith apple.
I saw that. Okay.
Okay, so now Ronnie is up, and he'll get the second pick in the second round.
Yeah. And I'm going to go... I also like this. I like the name of this color.
Okay.
Bluetiful. It's blue.
Yeah.
With a tiful on
No
the
kidding.
end. Bluetiful.
And a tiful.
Yeah, bluetiful.
Now that's not two picks, right? Blue and tiful.
That's just my one.
All right.
Okay, and I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. And
Okay.
blue is every picture has to have blue in it, I believe.
Just look at my background.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then, boy, I really want
Your final pick.
my final pick. Let's see. I'm scanning the chat. Okay. This is the winner right here.
Sure.
Purple Mountains Majesty.
Are you sure you're picking from the 64 pack?
Boom. I have it. I've got that thing you sent me right there.
Son of a bee.
Purple
Mountains
Majesty.
Okay.
If that's not patriotic, I don't know what is.
Yeah. All right. Well,
let's pause and I'll sing America the Beautiful.
Okay, go ahead. Called you bluff.
Let's let Ray Charles do it because I love the way he does it.
But wait a minute. That's what he says. Wait a minute. Okay, so Ronnie, give us your three.
Okay. I started off with Periwinkle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went with Bluetiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then I closed the deal with Purple Mountains Majesty.
Okay, so now I have magenta. I have Granny Smith apple, which I love to eat.
They're good.
And I'm torn between two here. I'm going to go with the one that's always kind of been my favorite because of its name. I'm going to go with Burnt Sienna.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so magenta, Granny Smith apple, and Burnt Sienna. Now, now is your time to vote as our viewers. You want to pick for the person who has the best three, the combination of all three, not just based on one, but has the best of all three. And I just want to say at this point, if you're having trouble deciding who to vote for between me and Ronnie, then you ain't black.
Oh, Joe. He never disappoints.
How totally inappropriate and racist.
Excuse me. Yeah, he does not disappoint. I have 2 votes already, by the way. Sasha and Christine.
Okay.
Oh, 3. Anon, Sasha, Christine.
Jim Black says Lou wins.
Okay, so I'm keeping track here. So Ronnie's got
Anon says Ronnie.
Okay, 4.
Come on, get your votes in.
Let's see. Vicky says Ron.
Okay,
about
Ronnie,
damn time,
vote.
Vicky.
Jack. Tisha
Okay.
says Ronnie.
Oh,
this is a
running
runaway
away with this one.
Yeah.
Purple's Mountain Majesty. Rave Rider gave you a sympathy vote.
Thank you, Rave. Lou hit it on the head. Lou wins, says Otis.
Okay. All right.
Lou for the Granny Smith, says Melanie Dodson.
All right. Now it's 7-4.
Besides
my 3 choices.
Yeah. Ronnie's has the next
Rick,
best.
thank you, Rick.
Lou wins with magenta, says Randy.
Okay. Now it's 8-5.
Okay. Remember, last week I pulled this off. I came from behind to win this son of a gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Because everyone gave you at the last second. There were like 6 sympathy votes that all came in at the same time, and you You did. You stole it.
Hey, much like the way a win is a win in football or baseball, it doesn't matter whether it's a sympathy vote.
I noticed you didn't refuse to take the win.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
Steve Klein says Lou for the Biden comment.
I'm going to give you his vote then.
All right. So what's our score?
Right now it's let's see, 8-6. Listen, yeah. Tisha says Matt's colorblind, so he wouldn't be able to vote either way.
Real Fendemic, welcome to the show. Says Lou is our winner. Great to have you here.
Ronnie wins with the suck up Memorial Day color. Yes,
yeah,
I did.
Boy, you're going to give in to the suck up? You're going to give in? You're going to cave?
However, we have to realize that Jack's on a 1-game suspension, so that vote does not count.
So. Oh, that's right, Jack.
Yep.
Christine says my dog is fighting me for the new flag I bought.
That might be a losing battle.
Okay, there's just a few minutes left in voting. We have done the Crayola Crayon 64-pack colors, best colors, and we've each picked 3. Who do you think is our winner this week? We'd love to hear from you. Get your votes in right now. Melanie, thanks. We have a winner?
I think we might have it here.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, Ronnie, you got the trophy this week. Damn it. I think that's the first time in 2 weeks that you've won.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
You know, I feel a little bit of redemption because last week I should have won. I should have won last week.
Yeah, but you got beat in the end, and a W is a W.
And the thing, and Vicky, she's been on timeout also because she gave you a sympathy vote that pushed you right over the top last week.
Yeah, your own wife.
So, oh, Jack says he brought Crayolas with him on a boots on the ground one time.
That's funny.
Did you stay within the lines?
Yeah.
Because if you, yeah. I think that probably if you're a searcher, you probably don't stay within the lines at all. That's probably just how you roll.
Mm-hmm. You're outside the box. I
think they're outside the box quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you can be both.
All right, Ronnie, at this point in the game, I'm going to go ahead and concede. I really thought I could win with the Joe Biden joke, but evidently I thought of that last night, and I wrote it down to make sure I didn't forget it overnight.
That is and crazily enough, it's not the strangest thing he's ever said.
No, hell no.
No, but I don't know. I feel sorry for poor Joe. That was an unfortunate thing to say, and he's already making the backtracks, and yeah, that's too bad.
All right, Ronnie, time to go into the mailbag. We get lots and lots of emails here, and we enjoy your email. Mine is Lou at Men Are So Smart, and Ronnie is Ronnie at Men Are So Smart. If you ever have a comment or something you'd like to say one way or another, you can email us anytime. We get those on our phones, so they come right to us and we see them. This one, let's see. Oh, okay. This one is from Curious in Texas.
Oh.
Dear Lou and Ronnie, I love your show. I watch every week. I am in a happy relationship with a wonderful man.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, let's just end it right there, and we don't have any problem.
Next email.
Our life is great together, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Wow, this person is really happy.
Nothing but roses.
Here's where it takes a turn.
Uh-oh.
I have one issue, however.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, I like to look at lesbian porn maybe a few times a week. I don't actually want to be with another woman. It's just a fantasy of mine.
Oh, okay.
Curious goes on to say, is this wrong? Should I tell my boyfriend? I don't know if I'm making too much of this or if there are other women out there who are in the same situation. Wow. Okay, curious. Here's where I stand on that. Go for it. Act it out. Tell your boyfriend. It's the greatest thing that could happen to him.
Yeah, let's.
Just so long as he doesn't lose you to this other woman. You know, because that right there is a blow to masculinity.
That would be a shame.
Yeah.
My thing is, you know, I think whatever you do, as long as you're not doing it while you're, tutoring a bunch of children,
right?
Then if you're doing it in the privacy of your home, knock yourself out.
Literally.
Or if it gets to that point, yeah, you might. But I think that it's fine. Whatever you do in the privacy of your own home, legally, it's all good. And porn is legal to look at, no matter what your preferred style is. Do it.
You're right, Ronnie. Whatever you do in the privacy of your own home. And I got to say, over the years, there's been this topic of marriage. Now, not that Curious says that they're married. She says boyfriend. So, homosexuality. For many years, I thought and was a confirmed believer that marriage should be between a man and a woman. And I won't go into the biblical sense of this, but that was my belief. But I have to tell you that I've turned a corner on where I stand on that. And the reason I bring this up is because I feel that in the world today, things have changed. And that, as you say, what goes on behind your closed doors in your home is absolutely none of my business. I believe that if marriage between two people of the same sex gets medical benefits or benefits from the military, so be it. I think it's right. I think it's the right thing to do right now. Tell me if you believe differently.
Well, and I'll tell you this, working in law enforcement, there are not a large percentage, but there's a percentage of women in law enforcement who prefer women. And you know what? She was probably one of my greatest partners that I ever had when I was working for Citrus Heights PD. We had the same days off. We ate lunch together 4 days a week. She's a great person. And so I'm 100% behind it. I've always been. It's just, it's a fact of life. And again, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't affect me either way. And so I'm not sure why I would be too concerned about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, to each their own. Whatever makes a person happy, they should be able to live a happy life.
Okay, let's see. Our next letter. Dear Lou and Ronnie, love your show. Boy, we're getting that a lot, aren't we? Shoot, I don't see the next letter.
Oh, wait, I might have it.
Okay, I might have deleted it.
Right. Let me see if you sent it to me.
Here it is.
Okay.
Some people believe sex with friends can turn a friendship into chaos. I don't believe it because I can remain a friend and still be there intimately. I have a friend I feel would be a good match because we are both very sexual and filthy minded. We continuously tease each other about it. I know it's only a joke, but I believe he's the type of person who would feel the friendship would be lost if we were to be intimate, or worse, if we weren't compatible in bed. Can someone joke around so much about something and not want to do it? Also, I'm not the type he would ever see himself having sex with, and he says he can't believe he feels this way. Should we try it or leave it alone, as it will only be sex? It's not like we're looking to fall in love. Well, men always say they would love to have a friend with benefits, but if it happens, it seems like they can't handle it. And that's signed Friends with Benefits in L.A. This goes back to the When Harry Met Sally movie, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. And I can tell you that that doesn't work.
I don't think so.
No, it does not work. It's a good way to ruin a friendship, because it's never one person or the other or both are going to be jealous of another person in the relationship once they have a stable relationship. Because you can't have a stable relationship and be looking for sex outside of that relationship. So once there's another person introduced, that odd man out is going to be upset. And that's a good way to lose a good friend.
Yeah. Well, I could only speak for men. And since the name of the show is Men Are So Smart, here's what happens. Men's brains are wired differently, obviously, than women's. And when a man has sex with said woman and it's good, they have a tendency to confuse it with love.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's not just the men. I suppose women can do that as well. But the problem is when one person falls in love and the other person is just in it for the smashing, the friendship is going to be at stake, and you're going to lose it. And that's what happens almost every time. So, Friends with Benefits in LA, here's what I say. Don't run the risk. If you value the friendship, then back it away, back it down.
And I'll just kind of mirror what Tisha was saying here. You know what? Good friends are hard to come by. If you have a good friend, I wouldn't risk sex. It's just sex. I wouldn't risk a friendship over, a casual fling. So don't do it.
All right, on the chat. Did it, done it, been there, over it, still friends to this day. Okay. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying it
worked.
Normally.
It worked in Seinfeld, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Okay. Let's see. Tisha says, let it be. Jack says, just go with it. If you are single, it will not ruin it. Just communicate. Melanie says, just say no. I'm with you, Mel.
Yeah, Melanie gets it.
Davio says, go for it. Change is different.
Well, he also said the guy needs a cat. So I'm not sure I'd want to be that guy's cat, though.
Yeah. Anon says, like Elaine told Jerry, you got to have sex to save the friendship. Let's see. Well, true, says Jack. All right. Okay, so there you go. There's our mailbag. We'll wrap that up this week. Thank you very much for your emails. Once again, if you have a question or a comment, you can email Randy. You can email Ronnie and I anytime. Mine is Lou at Men Are So Smart. And Ronnie?
I'm Randy at Men Are So Smart.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm not. No,
that might bounce back.
I'm Ronnie, Ronnie at Men Are So Smart.
It's called thinking with your little head instead of your big head. I've heard that before.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's what gets a lot of guys in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Jack says sex is almost never wrong.
Almost.
Davio says many of my lovers are friends. It was the 80s.
Oh.
We remember.
I more vividly remember the 70s. Well, bits and pieces of the 70s. The 70s were good too.
Randy says, I've stayed friends with all my previous relationships. I find that to be 99.9% true in my life, but there was one. Christine says, think with both heads.
That's a good tip.
Sasha says, the women think it's a bad idea and the men are all for it.
I think Sasha kind of sees what's going on here.
Copper Dan says, the little head generally controls the big head.
And unfortunately, that's why the divorce rate is so high.
Yep. Copper Dan says, or I'm sorry, Jack says, hormonal for men.
Yeah.
You know, it can work with women as well.
So, I mean, it goes back to prehistoric time when men were out there spreading their seed because that's what they had to do. And it's, this whole monogamy thing is not that, in the human history, it's not that old. So
right, true.
It takes a while for men to get over that conquest phase. What was it? Genghis Khan, every time they, raided a village, he impregnated every woman in that village. And there was a book I was reading, about 90% of all humans have a little bit of DNA from Genghis Khan.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. However, men are still living in the age where they carry a club and they drag a woman around by their hair. So I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to go back to caveman times, knock yourself out. I'm pretty happy with one. One is all I can handle. I can barely handle it.
Jack says sex is a misdemeanor. The more I miss, the meaner I get.
Yeah.
Davio says the little head has been writing checks that it can't cash.
Yeah, the big head can't cash. Yep.
All right, moving on. Next up on our show today, we're moving into please, just go away. Ronnie, there's a commercial on TV right now. I'm pretty much the kind of person who watches the same shows all the time. And so depending on what network you're on, you've seen this commercial.
Okay.
It's called, it's a commercial for Plexiderm.
Oh God, yes.
Do you know the commercial I'm talking about?
This is a male model. Now he just put a little bit on here. Now after watch his face. After 4 minutes and 22 seconds, the bags under his eyes have disappeared.
Right. That's the one.
And then I put it on my own dad, and we were screaming.
Yeah, screaming at the top of our lungs that, my God.
Do I know it like pretty much word for word?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. That's because you've seen it so many damn times.
Okay, now here's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one. Have you seen the one with Joe Namath talking about the it's some sort of a medical plan for elderly where they will take you, they will drive you to your medical appointments and it pays for I swear to God, you know what? I love Joe Namath. I really do. I read a book about Joe, Broadway Joe, it was called.
I remember it. I read that too.
When I was in school. Yeah. I did a book report on it.
Me too.
And I think he's amazing. But he must need the money awful bad because, oh my God, I'm so done with that commercial also. And one of the channels I watch, they show it at least once every 7-minute break.
And I think it's like a 2-minute commercial.
It's long because he reads, and he's just reading it right off the teleprompter. Mm-hmm. I read it along with him sometimes. I'm done with that commercial too.
Well,
sorry, Joe.
First of all, I have to tell you, and I hate to be judgmental because, I'm not the most handsome guy in the world, and I know that. But, man, they got some ugly-ass people on that commercial.
On the one where they're putting the Plexiderm on.
Yeah, and also it's funny because they show the before and after, and in the before you see a very clear and vivid shot of the bags under their eyes or the wrinkles around their mouth or whatever. And then they show the after picture, and every one of those people looks like they got Crisco oil all over their face. They're shining from the lights, and then that one lady says, words I can't say on camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was her reaction. Well, here's my suggestion. You should buy one, and we'll do it live on the air one week.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 minutes and 22 seconds. We'll see what it does.
All right. Well, let's see. Do you have some bags under your eyes? I don't think I really have them.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
But I've got the bad crow's feet.
Oh yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah, I don't have that so much. I got.
Yeah, when you're a smoker, you get a lot of extra wrinkles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, by next week, I'll have shaved all this off, and then there might be some wrinkles we can see under there too.
Well, we'll look forward to that.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Next up. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. When I was a kid, if you had ripped jeans, the first thing that would happen is instead of getting a new pair of jeans, your mom would patch them.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And they were always ripped right on the knees.
The knees, of course. Exactly.
Yeah. And then you got them little knee patches that went on there.
Right.
Yeah. And that was embarrassing.
And that's how. Yeah, I know. That's how people knew you were poor.
Right.
When you had the patches on your pants. Now,
the more ripped up they are, the more expensive they are.
Trust me, if you get a pair of ripped up jeans, they're like $100. The other day, my daughter was wearing a pair. I couldn't believe how ripped they were. And I said to her, those jeans, did you get them half off?
Because that's all that's left of them.
Half.
Yeah. Well, and what else? What did you do with the jeans? If you didn't want the knee patches on them, then what did you do with the jeans?
You cut them off and make shorts out of them. Yep.
You make cutoffs. Yep. Man, and that was a good bathing suit also. You can take it down to the river.
Yeah.
That was river wear right there.
For sure.
Yep.
All right, next up. I'm wearing our T-shirt today. Here it is. This is the gray shirt, and with our logo on it. The T-shirts that we have available for men and women are all sizes, small, medium, large, extra large, 2 extra large, 3 extra large, and the price is $19.99.
Very reasonable.
And ladies, if you would like a color other than gray, white, or black, we can accommodate that. If you wanted one in a pink, we could do it. If you wanted one in, say, green, we could do that as well. The gentleman who handles our merch, his name is Dustin. You might know him as Lou and Ronnie Fan 500. He's not with us this morning, and I understand it's okay. He lost a very close friend the day before yesterday. And you know how he described it to me? He said, this guy was my Ronnie.
Oh, boy.
So I felt horrible. And I will tell you, excuse me, I will tell you that in the next couple of days, in the next couple of days, we're going to have travel mugs. And
very cool.
Yeah, with the logo on them. And I will ask Dustin if I can get the first one, because you know how long I've been drinking out of this cup.
Yeah.
As long as you and I have been doing the show. I don't even want to show you the inside ring on this thing. Let's just say, based on the amount of gunk and garbage built up on the inside rubber ring of this travel cup, I'm immune to any coronavirus. So, travel mugs are on the way. They will be affordable. And think about it. We can all get together on Sunday morning for Mass and drink our favorite beverage out of a brand new Men Are So Smart travel cup. And here's the thing. Go ahead, Ron.
Randy was saying he'd like a shirt in magenta. Yeah. I think periwinkle would also be good. However, purple's Mountain Majesty would be the best color for a Men Are So Smart shirt.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you.
Yep.
Purple Mountain's Majesty. Okay, so get those T-shirts. Here's what you do. go to PayPal. On there, type in the address paypal.me/DustErica. That's DustErica. Dust Erica. When you're on there, in the notes, you can put your mailing address, your color that you're requesting for the t-shirt, and also the size that you want. These shirts are made one at a time, handmade one at a time for you, and you can get them probably in less than a week in most cases.
Oh, yeah.
And there's free shipping anywhere in the United States. And people are still asking me, because the show is seen around the world, what if you need to ship it to Italy? Well, if you really want the shirt, the $19.99 is what goes to Dustin and us. We see a very small amount on the shirt. Honestly, it's probably $1. But the shipping is outrageous. We heard that it was an additional $9 charge just to ship it to Canada.
Yeah.
So if you're prepared, to pay the shipping, then so be it. But the phrase is free shipping in the United States. All right.
Right.
So get those T-shirts. It's the perfect time of year, unless it's snowing where you are, in which case we have hoodies.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see where we at. All right. 8:48. Okay, Ronnie. So it's time for a brand new segment. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
Okay.
This is, you see this thing right here? This line?
Over there?
Yeah, that line right there.
Yeah.
That's the abyss.
Right.
And what happens is Ronnie is going to hand me stuff, 3 items, I believe, and through the abyss. He's going to hand it to me through here, and it's going to come out on my side, and it never seems to be the same thing. I don't understand. Somehow it changes in the abyss. Okay, Ronnie,
it's kind of like when the guy went through the machine with a fly.
Mm-hmm.
It changes it just a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like Urkel. I happened to catch that episode the other day. It was at night, like 2:00 in the morning. All right. So, Ronnie, show us the first item that we will put into the abyss here.
I have it's a hot cup of coffee.
Oh, good. I would love a hot cup of coffee.
Yep.
All right. So now you're just going to hand it through the abyss?
I'm going to pass it right through. You can see it's already disappearing.
Okay. And I'm going to grab for it here. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. So let's see.
Oh, wow.
How did that happen?
Holy cow.
Okay. So
I would like you to hand that back.
All right. Here you go, Ronnie.
Let's see. Oy.
It's like freaking magic. All right.
Yeah.
So, Ronnie, thank you for that cup of coffee, which actually wasn't a cup of coffee. If you would please hand me the next object through the abyss.
Well, I know you don't take your coffee plain.
Right.
So we have some sweetener.
Sweetener.
Sweet and low.
Okay.
Sweet and low. Ready?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready.
There it goes.
Like my grandson does.
We've turned something sweet into something essential.
Incidentally, now that this toilet paper roll has appeared on our show, it is now worth $10. So if you would like this toilet paper, and we're not price gouging, God no.
I wonder if we could have our logo put on that toilet paper, because people would probably like to wipe their butts with that. We should look into that.
Wipe your butt with our faces.
Yeah.
In silhouette form.
Yes.
Okay, so Ronnie, do you have one more item for us to get?
And because I do know you also like a little bit of cream in your coffee.
Huh.
So
okay.
Hand this over.
All right, and let's see, I got it.
Oh dang. Oh, that was crazy.
What the hell just happened?
That is crazy. I don't even know. That's hot. In the words of Paris Hilton,
Yeah.
that's hot.
That's hot.
That's hot.
Okay.
HAWT.
All right. That was Ronnie hands shit to Lou through the abyss. That's our newest segment. All right. Let's go to the live chat, Ronnie, and get caught up.
Hey, Hooli made it in.
Hey, Hooli, good morning.
You're a little bit late, so you're going to have to stay afterwards. I'm sorry. Yeah. After we close the show, Hooli has to stick around.
Well, which one of us is going to stay with her? It ain't going to be me.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
Maybe my dog that's been barking can stay with her.
Oh, hey, Ronnie, by the way, from time to time, as car guys that we are, we run across items that are really good products. And the way that I define a really good product is not based on how much advertising it has, but whether it does what it says it's going to do. And I have found something that is car related that I want to share with you. This is not a joke, nor is it an endorsement or a commercial. Do you like your tires shiny?
I like them not too shiny. I like them more satin.
Okay. This
Coverall.
it's called, Coverall. This is the most incredible product for tires that I have ever seen. And if you like your tires shiny, unlike Ron, who likes more of a satin finish, which I have something else for, but I can't grab that right now. I'll pull the whole curtain down. So this is available at O'Reilly Auto Parts stores. And it's a little more expensive than, say, Armor All would be, but it's not astronomical. It's very affordable. I don't know that I've seen it at the Zone yet, but my son Nick turned me on to this and tells me that he gets it at O'Reilly.
And you know who would really like that?
Who? Rich Lindgren.
Rich would love that.
Yeah, we're going to have to tell him about that. Mr. Shiny Tires. Okay.
He is also Mr. Shiny Bumper. He just repainted our the bumper and spoiler on our Accord, and it looks phenomenal.
Rich Lindgren has been a friend of mine for probably 10 years. He's a race car driver, not so much anymore, but he drives, for those of you that know racing, he drives in a division called the Modifieds. And those are cars that are actually open wheel in the front, and they are so fast, and they turn on a dime. And I can tell you that if Rich was in any race in Roseville at the All-American Speedway, he was probably going to win.
No matter where he started.
It doesn't matter. In fact, you know what they would do is they would put a bounty on him. And what that meant was no matter how many cars were in the race, he would have to start dead last.
Yeah.
And if he could win the race, he would make an extra $500.
Holy cow.
I mean, that's like handicapping a race right there is what that is. So, anyway, Rich Lindgren.
And you know what? He's just a good guy. When we dropped our car off, my wife and I stood around and talked to him for maybe an hour afterwards. He's just a really good guy, very down to earth, pretty normal guy, but man, he has some serious talent painting a vehicle.
Well, he paints cars for the Sacramento Autorama, which is the longest standing car show in the country.
And he does all the cars at Tim's Hot Rods,
Right.
which is a custom shop here in the Sacramento area.
Right.
He's a painter. When we dropped my Accord off, he had I can't remember, a 61 or a 62 Corvette that he had just finished up. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy can really, really lay on the paint.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so Rich, we'll have to tell you to watch this show, and so you can see that we talked about you. Okay, Ronnie, that brings us to our final segment for today's Sunday morning Mass, and it's everybody's favorite. It's a segment we like to call "Which One of Us is Lying." Ronnie, I won the Rochambeau today, and let's see, we have about maybe about 4 or 5 minutes here, so we're going to have to make our stories rather short. But
Okay.
we're each going to tell you a story, and you, our viewers, will have to determine which one of us is telling the truth and which one of us is lying. So get ready on the live chat to decide. I'm going to defer to you, Ronnie. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're first up.
This is the story of how Vicky and I met.
Okay.
All right. So when I was a youngster, but old enough to drink, we had a bar downtown called the Oasis.
The Oasis Ballroom.
The Oasis Ballroom. And the Oasis had 2 different levels of people that they let in. Over 21, under 21, but over 18. So 18 to 20, and then 21 and up. And you could go in there even though it was a bar. The over 18, I think you got a wristband, and under 18 didn't have a wristband, so you could order drinks and whatever. So I met some friends at the Oasis, and then another group of my friends also showed up. And within that group, and this was friends, you know how sometimes you have 2 different circles of friends? Well, both of my circles were coming together at one place. So in this other group of friends was somebody named Vicky, and cute little blonde girl. Like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Little? She's tall.
She is tall.
She is.
Yeah. She's about 5'11".
Yeah.
So anyway, we decided that, you know what, let's go to the drive-ins instead. So, okay, that's cool. So we get on Highway 50 and we go to the drive-ins there at Bradshaw and 50.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the time I was driving my black Chevy step-side pickup truck, and it had a tonneau cover over the bed. So what we did, and so the easiest way, and when you go into a drive-in theater, some are per the carload you pay for, and some are by the person. Well, the Bradshaw 50 drive-ins where you paid for by the person. So we loaded up. We stopped just outside the theaters. We loaded up, I don't know, like 8 people in the bed of my pickup truck, and then pulled the tonneau cover back and snapped it down. And then Vicky and I rode together in the front seat, because it would look odd just one person driving in to a drive-in by himself.
Right.
Unless it's an X-rated movie. So Vicky and I rode up front, and then this was on a Saturday night. I used to work at Savings Center. I had to be there at 6 a.m. And so I'm like, hey, there's no way in hell I'm staying till the end of the movie. So you guys are going to have to walk out of the theater when we leave, but I'm leaving early. And Vicky had a curfew, and she said, yeah, I'll probably leave also because I have a curfew. And so we dumped all my friends off there and we rode home. Well, we took a little bit of a shining to each other, and shortly after that we were dating.
Wow.
So there it is.
So
I met her at the drive-ins.
At the drive-ins. All right, I'm going to, again, based on time, I'm going to jump right into this. Okay. A couple of weeks back, I mentioned that my dad was a very good bowler, and such a good bowler that when he was growing up back in New Jersey, he and a buddy would go bowl at the local lanes, and mobsters used to sit there and watch them bowl and bet on them to see who was going to win. That's how good he was. And my dad bowled in a league every Friday night for as many years as I can remember growing up. And I told you that I was the one that used to keep score, right? Well, when you're Polish like I am, you have to bowl. It's the law. And so I began bowling at a very young age. Having said all of this, I will tell you that when I was 14 years old, I rolled a perfect game, a 300, and made the news. And I made the newspaper, and a huge, the trophy must have been, I don't know, must have been about that big. that I got for bowling that game. It was the highest in my league, and I was 14, and I rolled a perfect game. All right, there you go. Now it's up to you, our viewers, to determine which one of us is lying. So let me get to Randy.
Okay.
Randy says too long, trying to sell it with Babbel. Let's see. Melanie says back in the day, drive-in movies, hiding in the trunk to get in free. Absolutely. Drive-in movies could make a comeback, says Davio. Absolutely.
There they will now.
Jack says, I saw Star Wars in 1977 in the backseat of a car.
Tisha thinks I'm lying.
Okay.
Melanie thinks you're lying.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Lou is lying. Sorry, she says. Get your votes in right now. I had 5 strikes in a game once, the first 5 frames, then I choked. Well, I got to 8 in a row, and the entire bowling alley stopped, and everybody gathered round to see if I could get the next 4 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And I did.
Yep.
Lou is lying. I can see meeting in a drive-in, says Cray. Oh, he found the chat. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Anon says Lou is lying.
Okay. Ooh, Hooli says you're lying.
Tisha says Ronnie is lying. Get your votes in. Which one of us is lying? Ronnie met his wife at a drive-in. It was kind of their first date.
Yep.
And I bowled a perfect game when I was 14 years old. Randy says Mafia. Really? Yeah. Really?
You know what? They weren't mafia. They were garbage men.
Right.
They owned a refuse collection business.
Yes, that is the Italian translation for mafia. Mobster means all right.
Businessman. It fell off the truck.
Lou is lying. Too many beers. Do y'all think I drink in the morning? My God, no, I don't drink in the morning. Lou is lying, says Rick Clemenson. Jack says, how do you win this? Well, you win by picking who is the person who is lying. Randy Brazil says Lou is lying and evidently believes that I'm incapable of rolling 12 strikes in a row for a perfect game.
However, Jack, you're on a 1-game suspension, so you can't vote in this either.
Oh, really? He can't vote on that one?
No,
okay.
not in this one.
All right.
1 week. Yeah, you can come back next week, Jack.
Okay. Jason says Ronnie's the liar.
Oh, well, wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, any more votes here? Jim Black says Lou lied. I guess y'all can't believe that I rolled a perfect game.
It is a little unbelievable.
All right, whatever you say.
Yeah.
All right, waiting here, 50-50 odds. I tuned out for the middle of both stories. Okay.
Just pick one.
Jack says, no worries, Ronnie. He's talking about his suspension.
Yeah.
Rave Rider says Ronnie lies. Why are we suspending people?
We have that power.
It's a show. It's just a dang show. All right. Rave Rider says Ronnie lies. Okay, so I think Lou.
It's about split, but I think you might have the edge on this one, and people think you're lying slightly.
I think I have pants on, so we got to. I'm pretty sure.
So we're good to go there.
I think so. All right. So now, will the person who is telling the truth please stand up? Ronnie, there you go. He forgot. All right, Ronnie is telling the truth. Yeah, Gas Monkey Garage. I like to watch that show.
Gas Monkey Garage.
Yep.
Richard Rollins.
Yep. Okay, so Ronnie's telling the truth. I was lying. The actual story is this. My high game bowling is a 276.
Ooh,
and I did that in league as a 14-year-old. So I was only 24 pins away from a perfect game. And it's true that all the people in the bowling alley, as packed as it was on a Saturday morning, everything stopped and everybody was gathered around the 2 lanes that we were bowling on, and I choked.
So that must have given you at least 9 strikes?
Yeah, I think it was 8 or 9 strikes.
Yeah.
and then a flub in the 10th frame, and that kind of did me in. But that's a lot of pressure for a 14-year-old kid.
You know what? I bowled in a lot of leagues when I was more of an adult. Different workplaces had bowling leagues, and I have a lot of patches for a 600 series.
Oh yeah.
If you got 200 games
Right.
in your thing, and I had an average that was, I can't even remember. It was like 180 or 190. I was a pretty consistent bowler.
Yeah, I guess so.
Even had my own ball. Yeah, got to have your own ball. You're not. If you don't have your, I'm going to go a little Joe Biden. If you don't have your own ball, you're not a bowler. Or a baller.
I don't quite find that as racist.
Oh, it's not? Oh,
No.
okay. Maybe I don't get it then.
Yeah. We'll talk about it afterwards in post-production. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to do it for us for this week. Be sure and get your Men Are So Smart t-shirts today. If you order them today, you'll probably have it for next Sunday. Although there is a holiday
Wait a minute.
tomorrow.
Anon just made the comment of the show.
Okay.
He says that Lou peaked at 14 years old.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, Ronnie. It's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah.
Anon, you're suspended next week.
Already? Wow. Okay.
Oh my God.
My bowling ball was made by Manhattan Rubber.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had the fingertip grip.
Mine was Galaxy.
Oh,
Mine was
okay,
a green Galaxy. Yeah.
Mine was just black. Okay, We've had a really good time with you today. The one thing that we enjoy the most is your comments in our live chat. As you can see, we really do enjoy that and appreciate the fact that you watch our show on Sunday mornings. If you haven't already done so, tell some of your friends about the show, especially if they think like you do or we do. And share it. You can share it on your social media, be it Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever it is that you enjoy. We need to get our subscriptions up, so please, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to our channel. It's very easy to do. Down below in the descriptor, you can just click that red button that says subscribe, and when you do, it'd be a good thing for you to click the bell as well, because that way you get a notification when we're doing a new show. And our shows are Sundays at 8 a.m. Specifically.
Yeah. Time.
8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. All right, that's going to wrap it up. We appreciate your time today. Let's remember what this holiday is all about, this 3-day weekend that we have. I always encourage people, if you can, please put up your flag, especially if you're selling your house. Did you know that the price actually goes up? Your home is valued more when your flag is up, when people come to see the curb appeal of your house.
I'll be damned.
It's a fact.
Well, there you go.
All right. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Randy Brazil.
And Corvette Randy. And we'll see you next time on Men Are So Smart. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.